chair's got a little wobble to it.
I do when Herbert gave all these the table and the chairs to me, and like when I brought it all in the house, I went through and tightened them all up. But like, I feel like I need to go through with some Loctite and
also
do it again because these things are definitely the back and forth on this thing. It's crazy.
Got a little torque.
I think it's y'all's weight because it doesn't affect me.
What are you trying to say?
It doesn't affect me.
You know, get up a weight class, bro. Fighting weight. Well, what's up, guys? I guess we're calling this the All or Nothing Show. Yeah?
Hello.
Hasn't it always been?
No, I kind of changed the name, slacked, after I moved to the new spot, and then I was like, kind of fell off.
What did you change it to?
It was going to be the MF project, moving forward project, because it's going to be more so just myself and like random people that were going to come on, but I only did like 2 or 3 of them ever since, like over 6 months that we've been there.
Isn't Andy Frizella's
The MF CEO?
Yeah, isn't his podcast called the MF Project?
Mm-mm.
What's his called?
It's the MF CEO. That's what it's called, the MF CEO.
Oh.
And then his new podcast is called Real AF. Yeah, it's his first one, I think, was called MF CEO. Well, anyways, yeah. Welcome back. This is the 3rd episode with Jake and I and special guest Hallie. If you aren't watching this,
hey,
we got 2 mics and 3 people. 2 mics, 3 people. It's not a porno reference at all or anything like that.
I'll try to share.
Yeah, you can. Well, anyways,
we can get a little closer to each other.
we're kicking this one off. It's a little different doing these. I think the spark, not the spark, the energy is hard to bring from the day into these podcasts as we used to do these earlier in the day, like around 10 or 11, and then now it's much later, 7:38 after a work day, and it's definitely switching gears to try and get, I guess, also back into consistency with these, but just getting the vibe going again, the juice. Speaking of juice, we got, what is this, Maker's Mark?
I think Maker's Mark 100 or some sort of more.
I don't think I've ever had it. When I bullshit you earlier, I said I don't drink this cheap shit. I don't even know how much it costs.
It was given to me. So
okay.
I think I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but
this fucking ice is melting. Let's go. Shoot them up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'll give I guess some newbie feedback. It looked like
we're used to drinking like Woodford Reserve is our favorite, but Maker's Mark, to me it's not bad. It's like every time I drink, it's like the first sip or two, like really it's crispy. Yeah, but
it sort of takes your breath away a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
You know what Jesus hates?
A pussy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a big liquor drinker to begin with. So, I guess that's why this shit takes my breath away a little bit.
It's like an acquired taste, just like anything else, I guess. Like craft beers or beer in general. But
I guess so. I think back, I love wine now. Yeah. Like that's all. I drink. If I do drink, 90% of the time it's going to be wine, and it's very dry, like dry as fuck.
I like a red.
I mean, I can I can enjoy that, but it's got to be dry as fuck. I want leather.
When Jake and I first started dating, we would crush like a bottle of wine, like a lot.
Oh no, like, it would be
nightly.
1 or 2 bottles.
Yeah.
All the time.
But he doesn't drink out of glasses. He drinks
out of the bottle.
Yeah.
That tastes the worst, probably.
It's weird.
It'll get you drunk.
Dude, we were hanging out, partying, and jamming on the guitar.
Yeah.
Like we didn't. Yeah. I wasn't really drinking for the awesome flavor. I thought it tasted good.
Yeah.
Out of the bottle.
Well, that's maybe why you don't like drinking. I'd assume drinking dry ass wine out of the bottle would probably not let it like breathe at all and like.
And I don't even
get
know
some flavor.
About that. I've gone to so many wine tastings, and
I'm no wino. I'm no snob, but
sounds like
maybe. There is a difference though. Like I've gotten to the point now, at least my mouth or tongue or whatever taste for it. I can tell if like me and Sarah will both take a sip of wine, and we'll both look at each other immediately and be like, "Oh, that needs to set, needs to open up." You know. I'm sure with this, like maybe enough water hits it or whatever. Oh, it needs a little bit of water. It needs a little ice. You know, not saying with Maker's Mark, but just whiskeys. Like maybe one whiskey's good to drink straight, and another one, oh, this brand needs a little ice in it or a little dab of water.
Maybe.
I've heard a lot of people, especially I forgot who told me. Somebody puts like 3 or 4 drops of water into their whiskey and says like it opens it up. Water.
I feel like if he could have his just straight, he would. That's why he pours his so high, like over the ice cube.
Yeah.
Whereas I like my ice to melt because I like it to be watered down a little bit.
Yeah.
He like as soon as it starts watering down, he's like, no.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because once the ice starts to melt, it loses its bite. That's I wouldn't mind for that ice to melt a little bit in that because it's just a little
something you don't prefer.
So
harsh.
with your whiskey, you're looking for a bite.
Yeah, I want it to be. I don't want it to be watered down at all. Like this. Yeah, for something I like, I want to taste it full. Like everything. I don't want it to be watered down. Like once it gets down to the bottom of my glass and the most of the ice is melted, my premium ice.
Yeah.
You should tell that story.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Well,
break into it.
Yeah.
But give it the whole like. You don't have to go fucking life story,
no,
but
we don't have to go life story,
No, do the scenery.
So what had happened was 2 years ago we went out to Phoenix, Arizona for the Waste Management Phoenix Open, which was one of the best times of my life. We were out at the bar somewhere eating dinner with everyone, and I remember I don't know what happened. But either way, I ordered some sort of whiskey on ice, and I think it might have been Woodford Reserve, or I'm not sure, but the girl brought it to me. I drank a few of them, and next thing you know, she brings us the tab, and I paid for it all because it was just easier. Because the girl was being kind of she wasn't a very good server, and she was not being nice to us. And then of course we were also being assholes back. But then I got the tab, and I was charged. The drink was I think each drink I got was $26, which was pretty steep for a Woodford Reserve on ice.
Her drink.
And then
so like that was like on ice type deal, like soda.
No,
okay,
just straight up. And it would have been $19 per drink if it hadn't put the premium ice in there, which was an extra $6 fucking.
Jeez.
I wish I could remember the name of the bar, but yeah, man, we were all like, what the fuck, and it wasn't even like the big block ice or the big cube ice. It was just regular
some
fucking
fridge
drink
ice.
Yeah.
Like I would.
Mikey was like going on, right? Like,
we had to get the fuck out of there because Mike was about to get us kicked out.
Yeah.
For losing his shit over the premium ice.
Yeah.
And the girl's service was terrible.
Didn't she say something like, "Well, this is Scottsdale" or something like that, or?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Welcome.
We were all
Trying to be
pretty lit.
rude. Yeah.
But yeah, that dude. Like, so ever since then, premium ice is a thing.
Jesus. Yeah, I'd be afraid to ask for it now.
I bought the big cubes for the freezer.
Yeah.
So always keep the premium ice.
I use
hand.
that
It's
shit
not
for just
$6
regular
either.
drinks. We got a big cube thing.
Use it for regular drinks.
Yeah.
Like water.
Water. Sometimes if I do buy soda, put a
It
little
does
diet soda.
take a lot longer to melt, so I get it. Like I think about putting it in my water gallon for the day. So
That thing already keeps your water so
no,
cold.
it works too well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, switching gears.
Anyways.
Got I will say last note on the whiskey. Third sip, I guess I've had. It's gotten better.
Yeah.
It's gotten better.
That I'm the same way.
I almost I can taste the flavor instead of the bite
Right.
per se
It's
now.
not so, like, strong.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll taste some flavor.
That's why I like it. Like he'll pour a glass usually for me, and then I just wait. Like I don't want to wait too long because I won't drink it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like that crisp first sip. I want it to be a little watered down.
Well, I heard y'all talk about it before we sparked the mics up. Reese has a birthday coming up. So 1 year,
One year, yeah.
with
When years.
a child, a human being.
Yeah.
A little nugget.
It
Dude,
went by so fast.
it is crazy. Time has flown by a whole year with that little girl. So she will be May 16th.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a big bash planned here in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Are you coming to that?
Oh, of course. I think I clicked
4 o'clock.
maybe. I thought.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I did.
Huh.
Uncle Austin.
Well, her birthday party is the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Nice.
13th. Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's dude, it's incredible. Like she's almost walking. Like she'll stand up. Like we've got her pushing her the little walker thing now, and she'll stand behind it and walk and push it along, and then she'll out of nowhere just like take her hands off and stand there and look at you and
Yeah, she has a lot of confidence for a kid that can't, like, she's so wobbly. But she'll, like, forget she can't do it, and she just starts to try and take off, and then about eat shit. That's when she gets really sad, is if she, like, wobbles, like, gets out of balance, all of a sudden she just
tears starts
cries.
screaming.
She hasn't even fallen, and she just cries because she's so scared. Yeah.
And it's funny, though, when she goes to fall, like, if she goes to fall forward, she's, like, just throws her head back like it's going to help her.
Yeah.
Hadn't learned yet.
No, she has no teeth. No teeth yet. She refuses to crawl. Will not do it. Like,
yeah,
so sad. Does not want to be on her belly. Nothing. But she's got the best personality.
1 year.
She laughs all the time. She's the best kid. She sleeps 12 hours a night. Uncle Austin even thought, hey, you know, I don't want babies, but maybe I could.
Yeah, I can enjoy through y'all's perspective.
It's funny,
for
like,
sure.
Apparently, she has picked up from me.
Yeah.
Like, so, nonstop, all day, all night. You say something to her, she turns, huh?
God. That's pretty good. Because I feel like...
I don't know if all babies do that, but mine does it.
That's what I was about to bring up.
God.
Because I've never had one, obviously, but I hear people that say you go through a what phase, like, or why. Maybe it's a what or a why. Not what.
Yeah.
It's probably why.
But
why? But
yeah.
why? But why? You go into the phase. Huh?
Huh? And it's dude, she's, huh?
Because
It's
he
so
does
aggressive.
it all the time. I'll talk and he's like, huh? All the time. I don't know. Does your dad do that? Does y'all's dad do that? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Now he feels the wrath of it.
Yeah, no, it's all the time. It's funny. Like, you find yourself starting to repeat what you just said, but it's like, wait,
Yeah.
I said it clearly. Like, you heard me.
Yeah, it's not like she understands what huh means, but she says it and I repeat myself and I'm like, why am I repeating myself to you? But I don't know, maybe she's really smart. Who knows?
What, I guess, has been the biggest, maybe not learning experience, but like the biggest thing that y'all both had to sort of learn, because this is the first year, going almost a year one.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, like, that y'all didn't think or didn't expect going into having a kid. It's like, damn, this shit's real. Obviously having a kid and the normal shit, but like, I guess, like, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, what was the biggest shock factor maybe of, like, having a kid, or like that you just didn't expect to pop up?
Yeah.
And both of y'all have had to sort of change your ways or evolve or adapt.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think the number one is? You know, I'm sure there's many.
I was just talking to Jake about this today, but it's like the simplest thing, but like feeding a baby. Well, one, you go from formula, breast milk, whatever you decide to do. So I've done, like, I started, TMI, this is not the kind of podcast, but like,
It is.
started with the breast milk. Then I went to formula with her, and she switched over to solids, like, it was probably around like 4.5, 5 months. But like, one, figuring out, I don't like to have to think about what I'm going to eat in a day, but now I have to do it for also a baby. And then while she's eating, like, is she going to choke? If she does choke, like, what am I going to do? And then the other day, she's the slowest eater. Oh my gosh. It'll take her like 40 minutes sometimes to eat. And I'm like, I have things I need to do.
Yeah, we're going to have to hurry this up.
Yeah. But so, like, she takes her time. But, like, yeah, the choking thing. And then the other day I thought, what if I choke and I can't breathe and I'm dying and, like, the baby's, like, Jake's not home. It's just me. I think about the craziest. I think that's the biggest thing is, like,
yeah.
Oh my God, like, one, having to feed another child. If hopefully she doesn't die. Hopefully I don't die while I'm with her. Is that wild?
I could see that.
I mean, I understand thinking about different, like, situations, like different other situations popping in my head all the time, and it's always like, mostly it's about her getting hurt, like me keeping her out of situations where she might do something stupid or something crazy could happen and it fucks her up. So I think about that, but I don't think about things happening to me. Really, like, I mean,
my biggest fear would be dropping a kid.
You would think that.
That soft head smash.
After a couple weeks, like you learn how, like, you find out how durable they are and how easy they are to hold.
From, like, chest height dropping to hardwood, that doesn't, like,
I can't imagine.
But, like,
doing
Do you
it.
just
But
drop
man,
things like that?
No, but me like, oh, I'm going down the stairs. The dog walks in front of you. The cat, cats get up in your ankles and shit.
Yeah.
I definitely like that's one of the things I think about every time I go up and down the stairs holding her. It's like I think about the steps. It's not.
You're probably more intentful.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I pay more attention. But I mean,
Jeez.
Hold
I
on
think
to railings.
the
more.
thing. I don't know. I guess I was thinking about how you asked us what the biggest change was or biggest eye opener thing was. It's like I guess I didn't expect it to be such. Like it's a big teamwork thing. Like you both had to be on the same page a lot for it to go smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily we're the same. We're both pretty laid back. I mean, she's very very easy to get along with, and like the baby. Like it's just luckily for us, it's gone very smooth.
Yeah.
Like and we've gotten along very great. And
Yeah. I think we also talk about this too a lot together is like, I don't know if we just got blessed with a really good kid.
I think you did.
Because like we started sleep training when she was 4 weeks old. And I hate the word sleep training too. Like it's more like just teaching her like days and nights. And, like don't let her sleep all day because clearly she's going to be up all night kind of thing. So we started this thing and, I don't know if that has something to do with it. Like her
Get up in there.
being, I don't know if that has something to do with her being a great kid, like her going through that sleep training, or if she just naturally was like a really good sleeper. But we have it pretty good. I feel really bad for some moms who are like still at the stage of a year, 2 years, 3 years, and like their kid still isn't sleeping through the night.
I bet there's so many variables, that I wouldn't know or we wouldn't know. And I'm just like going off my own outside looking in. You mentioning that y'all are very laid back, I think creates a very laid back environment. And I think even though a baby isn't like they're conscious, but they aren't like, who knows how aware they are.
Right,
but like if the environment's hectic, tense, and like fucking go or this or that, like, there's tension in the air, I guess. Like, I guess there's like a vibe about that, And I think the fact that y'all have been able to be a little bit laid back, more than others, plus, I think just having the luck of maybe a kid that's just laid back as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully. She is, so far, thank goodness, she's been super easy. 97% of the time, she's great.
Yeah.
Sleeps through the night, eats, doesn't have any issue. Like, she's not allergic to anything. She's just easy going.
Good. Yeah.
Man. Happy as a clam. Most days. Like I said, 97% of the time, she's great.
Yeah.
So.
Has it kicked in that eventually she's going to grow up and be like probably getting into some shit?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Like every day, it gets worse.
Like the moment she got into that little wheelie thing,
yeah.
that would have, day one, I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
She's on her feet now. She ain't walking yet, but she's on her feet. She's about to grab shit, tear shit up.
She grows so fast. Everything, she's constantly learning and getting smarter and getting, more mobile. And it's just like, I've slowly had to go through and baby-proof the house, and I still have a lot left to do, I'm sure. But
yeah,
it's wild, man. It happens quick.
And not even just like her now that she's mobile, but like we say all the time too, like
fuck.
I really hope I don't fuck her up. Like our parents have fucked us up in some way, like I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to mess her up. And
what do you mean though?
Like, well, for me personally, like I had an absentee dad, and then my mom remarried, luckily, and I have a great, amazing stepdad. Yeah. But like, I think that results in some daddy issues or whatever,
maybe.
And just the approval of men in some way, shape, or form, whatever. But like, I don't want to mess or like.
Well,
I don't know.
Fortunately, it seems like y'all are, unless I don't know something, like it seems like y'all are doing all right, right? Like,
yeah, no, not that. Just like like I was such a rebel.
Like yelling at her and like beating her and stuff, right?
No.
I mean,
but like
oh boy.
I know he talked about it.
Spankings.
But like I was such a rebel, and it's funny because I talked to y'all's sister Nicole about this. Like I used to sneak out of my house and like do crazy things and party like in high school. And
me too.
Nicole was like, I never snuck out. Can you imagine? What if Reese snuck out and
Nicole
you like
ain't
one
no
day? I'm
saint.
like, oh my God, like you're making
I
me feel
bet you there's
awful.
shit that we don't know about Nicole. Nicole's our older sister, by the way.
Yeah.
Jake and I's, and there's no way she wasn't a saint.
She was
She
like,
was able
I
to
never
play it.
ever snuck out. Like I never did. She was like, I didn't drink in high school and stuff like that. I'm like, what?
Dude,
The biggest
She
loser.
convinced me. I don't know if she even remembers this, but I
biggest
remember
loser.
like she convinced me to slowly steal Mom's cigarettes. So she was trying to get Mom to quit,
Yeah.
supposedly, and she
And
had
she was smoking them herself.
She had remember all like the little tapes,
Yeah.
cassette tapes. She had a bunch of them piled up in this thing, so I'd help
Duh.
steal Mom's cigarettes,
Oh my God, that's
stick them in there, and I'm pretty sure I was just supplying Nicole's smoke.
Yeah, you'd look and there's
Yeah.
cigarettes
Smoking
missing.
habit, yeah.
It's like somehow these things keep getting loose out of
Like,
the cassette holder, though.
Why? Yeah, dude.
Keep filling it up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Keep
Yeah,
them coming,
dude.
though.
That's
And
funny.
that was, I think she was 15 then.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 16. So I was
Well, the
13, 12.
The biggest thing is like, do we let her? Are we gonna be lenient with her? Are we gonna be like forceful
I'm
with
glad
her?
you brought this up.
I don't know what the right answer is.
I don't mean to also. May I have another one? Just a smidge. Oh, I'll
It's right
I'll
behind
do
you.
it myself.
You can just reach.
I mean,
You can
I'll
put
do
over
it
you.
myself.
Get it. I mean,
Bring it over. The whole bottle.
I'm gonna bring it out.
Because I'll need some more too.
Pour a freshie, a little fresh one.
What's it called again?
We got Maker's Mark 101, limited proof. Oh no, it's a limit. Maybe I don't need another one. It's
Yeah.
101 proof.
Limited.
I said it dyslexic as fuck, backwards. The word is literally backwards, and I read it backwards. Jesus, man. 101
another
limited proof.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Seize the day.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah.
We got that
Jesus.
knockoff Maker's Mark.
Right.
No, so
It doesn't taste like it's 100 proof.
I
It
think it
doesn't.
Right?
does.
I don't think it
I
does.
don't
Well,
think it
I think it
When
does.
you-
That's why
you got your
it has
ice
it's a
cube.
little more. Has a little more oomph in it when you that little
Anyways,
more
what
bite
were
to it
you-
when you
what were
first
saying?
sipping it.
Our signature family recipe bottled at a higher proof.
Good job.
Yeah.
Got that
Well, I was just reading it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't want to switch gears too much. I love how that sets them apart from everybody. What hand
do like
dipped?
it.
I know.
Every time.
I realize that.
Oh, okay.
I've seen the brand. I haven't really drank it before, but like I've seen the commercials where they dip it in the little thing.
Oh,
yeah, and
yeah.
if you go take a tour, you can.
Where are they
do
at?
it.
Yeah,
Kentucky?
I think
Yeah, Kentucky. Straight
There's,
bourbon.
there's a guy that I work with a lot. Works for one of the crane companies, and he's a big Maker's Mark fan, and he's been there a couple times. And I think
Yeah.
he's on the list. He made he made his own barrel or something, or I guess if you wait
They
7
fill it?
years or whatever. So I guess whenever that barrel's gonna age for 7 years, and once it does, he's gonna get a bottle of it with like his own custom number and all that
That's
shit.
dope. Getting back, and again, sorry guys, we're switching gears. We had a little drink break.
Yeah.
But getting back to how you raise your kids, I obviously Jake and I were raised from the same parents, but like you were, I don't know your situation too much. You mentioned obviously you didn't have a dad, but
Yeah.
I don't know how lenient or strict they were. And Sarah asked me all the time because she's always interested because she always hears that like I used to be a little more outgoing, not outgoing, but
A little.
I used to be a little different,
Yeah.
you know.
I've heard stories.
And she was like, "Did your parents ever like? Were they really strict?" And I was like, "Yeah, my mom kind of was. She thought she was, but I don't think that ever like thinking back when that type of stuff, me going and doing some of those things I did, like sneaking out at night, drinking, partying, blah blah blah. I never felt that it was like, oh, because I'm like she told me not to do it.
Right.
I thought it was being like, oh, this is fun. This is what fun people do. Like,
Yeah.
not that I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted. You know, I wasn't trying to be something I wasn't. But I also, this is like, oh, this is what fun. This is what you do when you're young. Whatever.
Especially down in Tappahannock.
Yeah,
There's
I
not-
guess your environment, your area depends on that too. But Sarah, she comes from even a more secluded place out in Patrick County, which is like 4 hours way out in the mountains, boondocks.
Right.
And she never left the house, had all these after school activities, had like very, not strict, but not near anything. And her parents were more lenient. Let her drink when she was young, let her drink at the table, like wine, shit like
Yeah.
that. And she graduated like college before she graduated high school. Her brother almost the same way, like clean cut, like never.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have if you said don't touch this table for your life, they would have stayed away from it type
I
deal.
would have been
Is-
like, huh, don't touch
Is
it.
the house that her parents live in now the house they grew up in?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot out there.
No, she said she would drive like to go to her closest friend's house was like 45 minutes.
God.
Yeah. So
Wow.
like she didn't go. I was
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah,
what did
no,
you do? You come home like? She's like, yeah, I'd read books. And that's about it. I was like,
yeah.
fuck that. I would
Wow.
have snuck out hard. I don't know what I would have did.
Yeah.
I would have started cooking up meth.
What do you do when you're 45 minutes away from your friends?
Yeah.
And you just sneak out. Like,
And
what-
you're 45 minutes plus away from anything, really.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a gas station or a grocery store, you know? So
Yeah.
I don't know. And she is very adamant. She's like, hey, if we ever did have kids, I want to be more open. I want to be the way I was raised, like, because she thinks there is a little proof there that maybe if you do not open the book to them of like,
Right.
but like, hey, you do it with them and explain like, hey, this is a certain way. Not that we drink because of this, but like, hey, it's okay
Yeah.
to have some wine at dinner. It's okay to do this, but overindulging, explaining the differences instead of just being like, nope, closed book. We aren't even talking about it. Just don't do it.
Right.
And
No, yeah.
it's like, where's that limbo of like, oh,
Mhm.
will I fuck them up if I do let them have that taste of something,
Yeah.
or I do let them go and do that little thing that, but you're like, at the end of the day, they're gonna get to it somehow, right? Like,
Yeah.
we always do.
And like okay, for example, like that, like everybody's life, like families, things, is a different circumstance for like if I had a grown up out there, would I have been the same kind of person as Sarah, or would I not? I don't know. But like in my situation, I had a stepdad who now like I'm just so obsessed with. Like he's just the best, and I'm so thankful that I did have him. But like my mom is very not she does not like confrontation. She does not like to I've rarely heard my mom raise her voice, and if she has, I probably laughed at her because she's like 5 foot flat, like not intimidating at all. Stop playing Tootsie with me.
Was that you or him? I looked at him. Sorry, that's you. We need
But
to-
my stepdad actually is like very intimidating, but like
Did he yell at you?
like he didn't really discipline me. I was never grounded, not once. And it's not that I wouldn't get caught or I wasn't a bad kid or I didn't have bad grade, whatever. Like I just never really got grounded. And like maybe if my parents had been more like, or if I had grown up with my biological dad and he was really hard on me, like maybe it would have been, I don't know, like would I have rebelled more if I had more force put on me, or I don't know. So
I feel like there's so many nuances or like variables of like, this could be normal. You know what I'm saying? Like the parents could be normal, happily together
Yeah.
and never ground you, be open. You could still be a wild card.
right.
Or vice versa. You could be just like, hey, I've gotten to try this with the parents. They've explained what not to do, why I shouldn't do it, and how you could be a loser doing this, or it could go down the wrong path, blah, blah, blah. Scare you a little bit. Not scare you, but, you know, try and teach you.
Right.
And it's, who knows? Maybe there's studies out there, but the way we were raised up, if I did have a kid, I would be maybe more open to not disciplining, but more so, I'd still be willing to discipline.
Right.
I'm gonna beat that ass. I'm gonna bust that ass because it's just seeing kids nowadays. I feel like
Oh,
most
yeah,
kids
that's-
didn't get their
that's-
ass beat.
yeah,
But like give them
that's-
the opportunity to maybe
But-
make that mistake.
Yeah, get them the opportunity, and also before they even have the opportunity to make the mistake, try and like be a little bit more open, or like do things not with them, like, oh, you want to smoke some weed? Let's smoke our
Right.
first joint together. But like maybe have open conversations, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I can.
When I see how I feel like I could see how it would help. Like, you know, not you know, when you're not setting them out there because like if they go out there behind your back, they're not going to know anything about what they get into. They're
100%.
going to go in like just, and of course I remember my first time drinking, I went hard,
Yeah.
ended up puking everywhere, like because I was like, man, this was great. And
Yeah.
I just started.
And it only took half a beer.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Yeah.
going. I would think I was going hard on like orange juice and vodka, and I
Oh,
went
yeah.
super duper hard during the day. And
Yeah.
now, and if you've sat down with your kid and you know let them drink a little bit at the house, they've already dabbled in it. They know what
Yeah,
what
they're
it
not gonna
does, and
go.
then you know they can kind of maybe not just jump in fucking head first.
Yeah, they have not some experience, but yeah,
So I get it.
yeah. And, that area, it's more so now maybe than maybe when Sarah was a little younger. She's almost 30 now, but, that area is very big on pills and meth and shit like that. Yeah. So it's like, I'm sure it's easy to fall up into the shit like that, and how do you, I'm sure you show examples of like, hey, you see that person's life, it's fucked up. You see how like they look like shit, they're always in trouble. That's the type of life that leads to that. You try and explain it, but how do you, it's like, hey, let's try this little dab of meth together.
Yeah.
We shouldn't do any more than that after that. But, it's like, I don't know. I guess it's a learning thing, but
yeah.
I myself feel like I'd be more open to being open and, letting things sort of happen. Hopefully if they fall with me there type deal instead of like, nope, no, go out on your own and just jump off, which,
Yeah.
I think you'll be all right either way, but hopefully the other way would keep you a little bit more in the straight and narrow.
Yeah. I'm just hoping to raise a good kid. Like, I want her to, like, one, be smart, intelligent, make her own decisions and stuff. Like, be more independent, but also just, like, be nice. Like, be a good person.
Be a good fucking person.
Yeah. Like, have manners, like, respect elders, do, like, and, I mean, no offense, people, like, I don't want to raise a liberal. I don't want her to be a sissy or rely on whatever. Like, I want her to be like a boss ass bitch. So, like, I don't want her to complain or any, like, it's just, it's hard.
And that's worrisome.
Like,
it's like, man,
It is.
I don't even know where to start. I mean, y'all are definitely in the shoes to start thinking about that. I don't even know where I'd start. Because I'd be like, nope, you ain't watching fucking TV. But then you're just like, you can't do that. You can't shut them off from all the shit. You just got to be able to teach them, like, hey, those are pussies.
Yeah.
We want to be.
Well,
that's
do,
too.
like,
That's
like
100%.
as we all have aged,
100%.
like, you want to surround yourself with the kind of people that are like you, like that you trust and have good morals and, have a good time with. Like, I don't want to surround myself with people that are pieces of shit or going nowhere or have no ambition or, like, I don't want to surround myself with people like that. Yeah. So it maybe like teach her that too, like just the basis of, I don't know.
Well, I think
like being a good person.
Jake, I mean, it's in simplest terms, that's the way it is, you be the example. You're only as good as your example, so you can talk all day, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but if you're being a hypocrite and not doing those things or not at least living by those examples, a kid or anybody would read that and be like, oh, well, they're just saying it though, or they don't, they don't show that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a big deal, being the person you'd want them to be.
Right.
Because, I mean, like I said, I don't know if that baby says huh because of me, but she's already.
Oh yeah.
Sponges. Yeah.
Huh?
So
next one's gonna be fuck.
So like.
Huh? Fuck.
I mean. Yeah, dude. It's. I know she's always. Eventually, I'm gonna have to watch what I say.
Yeah.
So I try to watch how I act.
You get on me.
Oh yeah, because I talk a lot of shit to her. Hallie, not a baby.
Nice
but
way.
like I'm chill, like just like normal talk, normal conversation, like just running my mouth, and she pops off and starts like snapping and yelling at me. I'm like, yo, stop talking to me like that in front of that baby, because I know she's gonna think it's okay to talk to Dada like that, and it's not.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like some comical shit out of a comedy where they're like at having dinner with company and they're like shitting on each other, but hey, yeah.
Oh yeah,
much,
okay, yeah, nice, yeah.
I mean, I'm just picking on her. It's fun, just talking shit. But yeah, basically the same shit.
Yeah.
Lower your tone when you talk to me.
Man.
But yeah, no, that's kind of little shit. I know she's got to be picking up on it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You want to raise a kid?
Have one. It'll change your life.
Yeah.
So, I guess, obviously the show's going, so there's no kid on the way.
I was like, oh, here we go. Live.
Yo, quick moment. I don't know if I ever told you all this, but I went to Mom's house, and Rose was there, and this is before we bought the house, and I had broke it to Mom the same way, kind of. Me and Mom were in the truck on the way back home, and I was like, hey, I haven't told anybody this, and I wanted to tell you first. That's the way I said it to her. And she was like, Austin, say what? That's all I said. That's all I said. And she was, already throwing up a storm. I was like, we're under contract on a house. I did the same thing to Rose, and after I said,
didn't she start crying?
Yeah, crying. And I was like, we're under contract on a house.
Rose
And
is your younger sister.
yeah.
By the way.
Oh,
It's my
Rosebud.
little sister, and she was crying her eyes out.
Yeah.
Thinking you had a baby.
Yeah. Sarah has mentioned it. I don't know. We've been on and off about it, and we got a little time, so we'll figure it out.
You do.
Yeah,
You do.
just-
No
we'll
rush.
figure
Wait till
it
you're
out.
38 and
I didn't get pregnant
Dive
until I was
right in.
30. And
Yeah.
Sarah's not at 30 yet, so.
Yeah, I think she got to about 35, 36, somewhere around there.
Speaking of partying,
Yeah.
I think that we need to talk about Piscataway Creek.
Yeah, we can.
I think
Yeah,
we
can.
need to.
So I don't think I've ever mentioned it. Well, maybe I did months ago when we were back at the Iron Built Gym on one of the podcasts that my mom and I have a rental property down in Tappahannock, and it's called Piscataway Point. And it's a nice little secluded private cottage.
nice little spot.
Yeah.
Down a dirt road.
Down a real long dirt road, so there's no really close neighbors. You get to sort of be by yourself, and that's the point, is just to get away. Get away from the week. And we had some guests. We've had many guests stay since we've opened it, but we had some guests maybe a month or so ago that had booked. And not that we care too much about, at least back then, care about who's booking, especially age-wise. I don't care like male, female, whatever, however many people. It's more so age-wise. But we realized that this profile looked pretty young. And we were like, well, whatever. She's got the money to pay. It's going to work for us, right? She can enjoy the property. So she had 4 guests that were checked in with her. And it's a pretty big house, 3 bedrooms. And they were going to go down there for the week, or for the night, for Friday night, and have a good time. Friday night goes by, and all is well. She hits us up Saturday morning, and she's like, hey, we had such a great evening. Like, this is word for word pretty much. We had such a great evening. It's such a beautiful spot. We'd love to stay another night.
No.
Is that possible?
I did not know that's how that went.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was for one night either.
It's for 2 nights. Well,
Wow.
1 night originally. And then Saturday morning, hey, like 2 hours before checkout, hey, we had such an amazing time. Beautiful spot. We'd love to enjoy it for another night. Is that okay? We said, sure. So we sent her another request to pay for a second night. She paid it immediately. Like, okay, well, no problem.
Right. Money in my pocket.
Yeah, money.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever. They're having a good time. So Sarah and I, we just moved into a new spot out in Hanover, and our neighbors invited us over one night, and I wasn't even in the mood to go over or drink or anything like that, but the neighbors invited us over for the first time, so I was like, let's go over there for a little bit. We'll drink, have a good time with them, and get to know them. So we went over to the neighbor's house, and I didn't want to be a dick and have my phone going off, because sometimes, Instagram, emails, text, whatever.
Right.
So I put it on vibrate when we went over there, and we were there, got over there around like 9 p.m., and we're having a good time. I feel my phone vibrating here or there throughout the night, and I was like, I'll check it later when we go back home. And we're all about half tuned up because we go over there, and everybody's having a great time, getting to see or meet each other, so we're crushing wine. And we go to leave, and it's like 11:30. And I'm walking up the driveway of the neighbor's place, and I was like, man, I got like 8 missed texts and like a few phone calls missed. What's going on a Saturday night? And I look at it, and it's our neighbor down there at the creek. And he said, hey, man, I usually don't have any trouble with your residents or your guests, but I need you to give me a call when you can. That was at like 9:30. I was like, okay, well, I'll give him a call. And I was like, oh, there's some more text from him. Next text is like, hey, man, your guests are speeding up and down the driveway, throwing beer cans everywhere. Please give me a call. It was like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
And then like around 10-something, I was like, hey, man, not sure if you knew that this many people were at your house, but there's about 10 cars at your property right now. Call me. And then like another 30 minutes later, hey, there's about 20 cars at your house now.
Fucking
Please
rager.
call me.
Call me right now.
Yes. And like, it had already been an hour since that text.
Right.
And my stomach sank. Immediately I called him. And I was like, hey, bud, before I call anybody else, are you sure there's 20 cars down there? He's like, I knew you were going to say that, but no, to the T. At least minimum 20 cars. I said, that sounds more than 4 people.
Yeah.
So of course, I shouldn't have done this way at least, but I called my mom first, and I was like, hey, our neighbor down there just said, hey, there's 20 people there. I'm going to call the non-emergent number and get them to go down there and check it out, because we kind of knew that these people were at least on the border of drinking age anyways, so they shouldn't be down there partying, bar none. But with Airbnbs, the protocol or policy is you're not supposed to have any events or parties or get-togethers. Nonetheless, my mom jumped the gun and messaged the guest and said, hey, we got a call from the neighbor. What's going on?
Yeah.
And I think that threw up a flag, because while she did that, I was calling non-emergent number. Nonetheless, got in contact with the police department down there because I'd already been drinking. I wasn't going to drive down there. And they went down there within like 6 minutes and said they had disrupted the party. And there was 50 or 60, I don't remember the exact, 50 or 60 plus people there that they had.
Damn. That house.
That house cannot, like.
I mean, it's a 3-bedroom, but it's not like a big 3-bedroom house. I mean, it's
Nah.
less than 1,200 square foot.
Yeah, it's like 1,100 something.
So, and it's 50, 60 people up in that thing.
It was tested.
It's a party.
The foundation might have moved a little bit.
Thank
But
God y'all redid the
yeah,
screen
right.
and
That shit
floor.
would have been gone.
Yeah.
But once we realized the cops had mentioned, yes, there are that many people there, people were dispersing and the party was over, I was like, all right, I do feel a little bit better now, because now they know we're on to them. But nonetheless, party's over. Okay, I can go to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
So I did go to sleep a little uneasy that night, because I was like, man, they had a fucking rager down there. But the best was yet to come. So I go down there. My mom, she was out of town that weekend. So I go down there myself Sunday morning to check it out. After they checked out, they had until 10 to check out. And I get down there at like 10:30. And I must have just missed them, because as I walked into the door, there was ice on the floor that wasn't even melted yet. She was like ice cubes and still kind of dry on the floor. I was like, damn, they just missed them. And first thing I noticed was all the lights were on in the place, which is okay. It's whatever. That doesn't bother me that bad. But I noticed how hot the house was. I was like, man, it's kind of warm in here. And I walked over to the thermostat immediately, and I said, oh, it's set on 83 degrees. And as soon as I look at the thermostat, I look over to the window to my left. That one's open. Wide open. And keep in mind, this was like a month and a half ago, so it was probably getting down to like 30s at night, 20s, high 20s, 30s at night.
Yeah.
And wasn't warm during the day either.
Right.
And I go to the other room, and all those windows are open. And then the other room, and all those windows are open. I was like, holy shit. And every step I took on the floor was
Like
that
in the club.
sticky like gum.
house.
Everyone
Yeah.
has a keg party.
Yeah, and it smelled like kind of like that skunk stale beer and like kind of vomited-esque, like like sour smelling. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's some shit that happened in here. Doors off the hinges, shit's fucked up. Shit, furniture's everywhere. Fucking cigarette butts all throughout the hardwood floor, like cigarette butts, like they're just smoking them and just flicking them. Roaches as in like weed roaches, and like joints all over the place. The bed frame was straight blown out.
Smashed.
A steel framed bed. We just bought it. Blew the frame out of it. They were getting nasty on
Do you
it.
think that?
They were getting nasty on it.
Stain on the beanbag chair.
There was a stain on the beanbag chair. I mean, it's many stains, but nonetheless, what I did, I immediately turned around. Well, I called my mom, and I was like, "Hey, it's worse than we had thought. I'm gonna go outside and just close the door." There was no,
Pictures.
yeah, there was no point in me trying to clean it up or worry about it. I was like, you know what? Let me close the door, let that marinate.
Right.
I'll come back to
Try
it.
again later.
I'll come back to it later. And nonetheless, we still are, and a month and a half later, still in the process of getting resolved, getting a check for like claims and whatnot, because through Airbnb, you do have insurance like up to $1 million, but you have to provide proof of what was broken, receipts or quotes that are about the same, and that shit takes time, and then they have to approve it, blah, blah, blah. So we're still working on that right now. So it could have been fucked. Like if they really did some damage to where we couldn't have rented it, like if you didn't have cash sitting aside, you aren't fixing your shit. Like you're fucked. Because they dragged their feet on the claim side. You'd be out of shit. So fortunately, they didn't like punish the house, but they did have a rager. I could, and I say this obviously now, it's like I wish I could have been a fly on the wall or what. And when I walked in after the second trip down there to go clean it up, I was like, man, I wonder what these walls saw. Like what type of shit was in there.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
The best part to me is when I was talking to your mom about it, is that when she was messaging the girl, because she left.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She left like her straightener or blow dryer or something,
like
makeup bag, all this stuff. So she messaged all happy go lucky, like, hey, we had a great time. Thank you so much. We cleaned up as best as we could.
Yeah.
One, what? Two, if you cleaned up as best you could, you left all of your hair and makeup products behind. So now they have to ship it, because she was like, can you ship it to this address? Which was great, because then she gave the address to her wherever she lives. But it's just funny that she was like, we cleaned up as best we could. I mean, there was broken stuff, like a broken vase,
table, coffee table,
drywall,
a table missing or something.
Yeah.
Too.
Table,
brand new TV.
So, you know, a lot of things were just going crazy at the time, especially even outside.
Yeah.
You know, going up and down the driveway, you can tell that they were just younger. Everything was iced tea, lemonades, and fucking what are those Johnny Bootlegger things from 7-Eleven? And I found at least 3, if not 4 jewels, big smoke, like jewels.
I bet they were so upset.
Yeah. She would have been like, hey, can you ship those back too? Can you ship my jewel back?
That's Carol.
I left my jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she did. One of her friends left her phone or lost her phone. I was like, hey, give it a call. Listen for it. And I'm going to fucking take it and throw it in the river.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it in the creek.
Yeah.
But after that, I think she got like spooked because the neighbors had filed some charges because they had gone up in their property. It was like a shit show. We do have neighbors down there, but they're not even close. And people were going through neighbors' yards and like going inside shit and throwing beer cans at people's houses. Like it was bigger than you can think.
Yeah.
Especially if you had like eyes on what this property looks like. It's hard to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And they fucked it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
And not to say like I didn't go to many parties when I was younger.
But who
like
can
that,
afford an Airbnb? Like who's
no?
Like,
That's
we
good.
didn't
Mommy
have
and Daddy
Airbnbs.
paid for that for her.
With that too.
I just want everybody to know.
Because we did realize that I think she might have been 21. She might be 21.
Yeah.
And I think via Airbnb you can rent a fucking house at 18.
Yeah.
You can't even rent a car at 25 until you're 25.
Yeah, in the state of Virginia. Yeah.
But you can rent a house.
I don't even think that you can get a hotel room at
Probably
that
not,
age.
but
I think it'd be
Airbnb.
25.
You can get yourself a house, a full-blown house.
Yeah.
House party. Yeah. You got that
It's just
dinero.
wild to me. Like, and you can tell her age because, like, one, my ass would never do that at this.
I wouldn't have the balls.
Never.
If I did, because I was telling Mom, I was like, I used to party.
Right.
Always partied outside as best we could. Like, if you go inside a little bit, but I'd never, like, you didn't go inside until late at night when most people left, and there's like 8 people left, 6 people left, you go inside.
Yeah,
But
you stay by the fire.
you go outside.
Yeah.
even if it's just in a field. You know, you just go outside and you can puke, you can shit, piss, whatever, all outside.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, even, like, she's dumb
Yeah.
because for her to message and say, we cleaned up as best we could, you did not have to say that.
No.
She chose to send those words,
Yeah.
which is what, like, you did not leave that house in a condition where you could say that.
If you walk past the door hanging off the hinge and you're like pizza crust sitting in the floor and
all
shit.
All of
like,
the windows open.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, we had to let it air out because we were smoking a bunch of weed
Right.
inside, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we were trying to do you a favor.
You're welcome.
And I was cold smoking,
Right.
so I turned the heat up
Right.
so I could
Were you
smoke
gonna
out the window.
freeze to death?
Man,
Never
Yeah.
smoked a cigarette before.
Well, we did try one last ditch effort with this thing. She did steal, technically, or take a piece of property off the property, the table. So we tried to file some charges on that because it was a $600 table. After the fact, I never knew it was that expensive until we looked it up. And nonetheless, she got away with it. So I would assume Airbnb goes after her because that's money out of their pocket.
Yeah,
But I don't know. Maybe she'll get off scot-free.
maybe.
Which maybe in this world, maybe she does. But I do believe, as not that it's always come true or like always comes back around, but like it'll probably come back to her somehow.
Yeah.
Like not like directly from me. I'm not.
No,
that's
yeah.
not a threat from me.
Yeah. Right.
By the way, that's
Better
not a
watch your
threat
back,
from me.
bitch.
But I will say, if you're a piece of shit like that, most likely something else is gonna bite you eventually.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, she's young.
Yeah.
She will learn, but
For sure.
I mean, I'm sure mommy and daddy gave her a very harsh talking to, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild. Also, side note, I cannot stop looking at your shoulder. Is it from sunscreen?
No, I just scratched it.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm red. I think it's probably this whiskey.
I was gonna say your face looks a little red too.
The 101 limited
Uh-oh.
proof.
Maybe you allergic.
Yeah, 101 limited proof.
I do feel a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Good. That's what
Warm.
it's supposed to do.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
normally like my parents. Once the baby goes to bed on the weekends, we'll normally go downstairs in the extra living room and turn on some. It's not Tiger Woods. It's
Yeah, it's no
is
Tiger.
it Tiger Woods 2K3 or something. Golf game on Xbox.
2003.
23.
Yeah, 2K.
I guess I'm seeing. I'm playing that
whatever.
fucking
I don't know.
20 years
Nintendo
old.
I don't even know.
64
It's
shit.
It's the newest golf game that's
Yeah,
out on
it's
Xbox.
Not EA Sports, it's
That's
by
cool.
And yeah, we go down there, drink, and play golf and listen to music.
All I'm playing is Wii Golf, dog. That's all
I
I'm
like
playing.
Wii golf.
Yeah, it's a lot more physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah, this would be tough to drink all the time. I don't know how y'all do it because I feel like once you get your first one done, you want to slug the rest of them. Like it's easy, just like pick it up, pick it up,
Yeah.
pick it up.
Especially
With wine, you could like sip on it and like you aren't getting fucked up within 30 minutes.
it's definitely like it. You have to slow pace it. I don't know how to say it, but you need to drink at a slower pace and like just sip
It's a sipping.
every now and then. Because if not, like I'll get down there and start playing, and next thing you know, like my two tall ass drinks are gone.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like,
It's so
holy
easy to
shit.
pick it up and just take a sip.
Yeah, so that's
Pick
why
it up,
like
take
I
a
try
sip.
to either have like some water or some sort
Yeah.
of other drink, non-alcoholic beverage down there that I can sip on in between because I'll get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Hit the weed pen and I'm.
So we had a party in the gym this past weekend?
Yeah.
This past
It
weekend?
was
Last
Saturday. Yeah. That was a good
Yeah,
time.
it was a good time. I'm looking forward to getting back consistent with that because I think that would be very cool for not only golds, but just people that want to just like find a clique or some people to lift with, meet, hang out. I don't know. The reason I say this is because I work out every day by myself, and doing something like that and just getting to shoot it up with people.
Yeah.
Especially some of the people at Golds that I haven't seen in a while. It's like, oh, shame, that was cool or nice to be able to link up, shoot the shit, catch up,
Oh yeah.
see what other people were working on. And not only that, but like visit Gold's Gym,
Yeah, that was my first time.
Yeah. That was first time for 2 or 3 other people that showed up.
Really?
Derek, Donnie.
Oh no shit.
Reese?
Yeah. Well, obviously you and Reese. But
Reese was
I
there.
forgot who else said it was their first time. But, it's I'd say it's probably the best Gold's Gym in Richmond.
awesome.
It's
Probably
gotta be, yeah. I
near
think it's
around.
definitely the best golds,
Yeah.
Huge.
if not one of the best. Definitely the best gyms around Richmond. For
Yeah.
sure.
It's up there and it's huge. And I don't know, the people that run it are very nice too. So that's what I get behind.
I noticed too, like, I've been to, a handful of gyms or whatever around the Richmond area, but like on a Saturday, usually a gym is dead. That place was pumping.
And I don't think it was, and it wasn't for real.
I know, and like he says, like usually in the mornings, if he goes around like whatever 4:30,
Yeah.
and then like you can tell by 5 o'clock it starts jumping. But it's like on a Saturday, usually at any other, even Golds, like any other Golds,
Yeah.
it is not like there's like a handful of people there. Like
No, real ones go out there.
like Jake was giving
Real
me a tour, and I
ones.
was like, holy shit! Like every section has people in it.
Yeah.
Like that is unusual.
If you were to go on like a Monday, it's like a sweat fest up in
Yeah.
there. Which
Like-
I hate it, but I it's cool to see. But like,
Yeah.
don't go to Golds if around 5. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be straight up.
But you can just tell people like really want to work out and like they care about physique and health and like it's cool to see because like I've been a member of like Crunch and I've gone to other Golds
Yeah.
too, but like it's not really or like a Planet Fitness, like it's not really about the same thing. Like you can just tell
Yeah.
like the vibe is so different there.
Yeah, I speaking with Jake about this. Mechanicsville Golds is like that. I mean, there's some people that go there, I'm sure, that are not, I don't want to say serious. Serious isn't like the word. It's more so there's like a vibe or like there's a lot of, there's just a, I don't know.
They're just doing it.
Because they're in there working out. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Everybody's in there working out, getting it done. But it's just there's something missing.
Yeah.
It is.
And I've always been, so this is me coming from my own spot, where I just train myself is at the Gym Flow gym. I'm able to get a great workout there, 100% honesty. Like some people would be like, there's no way. But like, I might not have every piece of equipment or whatnot, but I think it is what you make it.
Right.
Anywhere you go.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you went to
Anywhere you
Mechanicsville,
go,
or you went to
yes.
Laburnum,
work
you went to
it out.
Crunch or whatever, it is what you make it.
Yeah.
But the past, like almost 2 or 3 times in a row going to Mechanicsville, it's like, I can't make it. I can't make it any different. Like, it's missing something.
Yeah.
And that's like, maybe the other Golds are like that. I haven't been to Willow Lawn in a while. I haven't been to the Fan in a while. But like,
yeah.
I went 3 times so far. Not every week, but like every so often I'll go there. I'm like, man, why do I keep coming here? Why do I keep burning myself?
I haven't
Right.
been there in quite a few months now, but like it's normally when I have gone, it's been earlier in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not busy, but it's just not. I mean, that place used to be
Yeah, used to be it.
awesome. I mean, for us it was awesome.
Yeah,
but
and maybe there was the time.
but yeah, no, like the you don't see the same faces and everything there anymore, so it's a lot different in that way. But like the vibe, you walk in, it's like a lot of
People are
times,
there
like I just want to walk out, turn around and walk out. So,
Yeah.
but
At the,
White Oak, yeah, White Oak.
People are like there for like intent, like they,
Yeah, yeah.
it's more than just a Monday through Friday trying to get it done. It's like these
And-
people are like, I'm about to fucking. crush
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
and they've built the gym that way. The
Yeah.
way the layout is, the equipment. Most of the equipment is different than most of the other Golds.
Oh, yeah.
because it's just they care a little bit more there.
Yeah.
I think there is not a different owner, but there's a sole owner there, and the other gyms have like 3 owners per gym. So like there's a lot more politic-ish, or maybe like
Yeah.
they have to put like vote between everybody. And the one cat owns Laburnum, and that's his like pride and joy. Like he just pumps money into it,
Yeah.
lots of money.
Yeah.
And then I saw where Sleepy's or whatever it was
Yeah.
was getting shut down, and they were sugar digging us,
Yep.
telling us,
Oh, we bought it out.
oh, we bought it and we're expanding and this and
No.
that.
Yeah, I
Again,
remember you told me
again,
that.
they told us this again. I mean, and
they
and
found
now
it?
and now no, it's 5 Below coming soon.
So they didn't.
5 and Below, I think that's what it's
5
called.
I think they
Whatever.
probably didn't make the leap. Either they bought it and they're gonna rent it out to 5 and Below,
Yeah.
or they didn't buy it.
It's just 5 below.
5 Below,
5, my bad.
It's just
5 and Below. That's
5
what
and
I've
below?
always called it. That.
5 and Below.
It's
Yeah,
just
you pay
below.
$5
Oh, it's
or
$5
below.
or below.
And below.
And
It's
below.
about 5
Yeah.
below, y'all.
Whatever.
I'm gonna tell you that.
I don't know.
That's
Anyways,
a Mechanicsville thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sugar digging.
let's go to 5 and Below.
I'll Google that shit.
But
right now.
I think they weren't able to pull the trigger because they maybe didn't get it like the numbers right,
Yeah.
like their financials right, and they were like, "Hey, we can't. That's a big growth step." But
Yeah.
they could have made it that way if they, I don't know, put some
Oh, yeah.
effort into the
How about you?
end of the gym that they have. I don't know, which they have. They've improved some equipment, but it still ain't it.
Yeah.
It still ain't it. Not, I hate to say it because I love Golds in general, but
Mhm.
that one doesn't bang.
Yeah.
Like I would have to not have my own spot. Like
Mhm.
it's either working out at home or working out there. Then all right, well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna work out there. But besides that, I'd rather just have like a barbell in a parking lot
Yeah.
and just get it done myself.
Well, and maybe it's more for the. I don't know how you guys feel when you walk into a gym you've never been to before. Like if it's equally as intimidating for somebody who doesn't necessarily work out the way that you guys do. But like, I think maybe a Gold's Mechanicsville is more suitable to a person who isn't as, I don't know, fitness wise or whatever, have like, you're more comfortable with workouts or whatever it may be. Because if I walked into Gold's Gym White Oak, and not necessarily that it gives me like an intimidation feel, but like, because I think like when we walked through it, I was like, this place is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's huge.
But like, if I went in there without you guys or without Jake giving me that tour, like it could come off as intimidating. But whereas Mechanicsville or like Willow Lawn, no offense to Willow Lawn, I worked out there, but it's just like, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's different too.
It's changed a lot.
I haven't been there in years, so I don't know. It probably is different.
It's a completely different gym now. They got rid of the pool. They've got like I haven't even ventured off to the new sections they've added. Like I don't like going there much because it's so busy.
So busy.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, the vibe is White Oak.
Yeah.
100%.
It's tough. I get what you're saying, Hallie, because it's tough. It's very. I would assume not speaking for Jake either, but I would assume probably the same area. Like when I go in, I don't. Not that I don't notice other people. I just don't. I just don't even think about them. Like I don't. Not that I don't see people there, but it's like I'm. Like I don't even think about them. But I guess for some people, you're not worried, but like you could be like, oh man, there's a lot of big people here. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of noise going on. I'm trying to figure out this equipment or this machine, and there's a lot of people coming around. I feel like I'm rushed because people want to get on it too, or blah blah blah. I don't know, but
or like scared to ask people if they're.
I kind of wish I knew. Not that I'm trying to be some gym hero or something like that, but like if I did know that people were intimidated to go in there, that I would be like, not hold their hand, but like, come on, let's fucking go head first in there. Yeah. And that's like the way to, I guess, for anybody out there that does have the gymtation, go to fucking Planet Fitness. No, I'm just kidding. But like, for
that's
real,
where
I
your
think.
Mom goes.
Oh shit, yeah, I think her and Rose go.
That's right, yeah.
But I think the best way to break that is just diving head first. You know, it's easier said than done, but like, just jump in that shit. And come on, boy. I got a big fat cat jumping on my leg. I think just breaking the ice keeps clawing my leg.
Which may, people that work at these gyms, obviously, like that should be their goal, is to see somebody like come in. I mean, obviously they're not going to walk in with like confidence. So like maybe, or like obviously if it's their first time, they're going to know because they're going to walk in and say like, hey, I've never been here before, whatever. Because like to help them along would be tremendous.
Yeah, it's not unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is because it's a business for the trainers.
Yeah.
But they do have trainers there, and that's kind of their job is to give you like a not tour, but like a, what am I looking for? Like not a prerequisite, like a. Yeah. Like they give you like a quick rundown, a quick workout of like, hey, here's some shit that you could focus on.
Yeah, this is how the gym is set up. Mm-hmm.
They're expecting you to like eventually like buy after that, and it's tough that there should be a position strictly for, hey, this is included with your membership too, like, which I think it would be a smart move because it would keep, it would not only, this is where my mind starts running. It's like, not only would it just give a good vibe, like a good feel good, oh, Gold's cares about me.
Yeah. But
then it would be like, damn, you should sign up. Hey, I just went to Gold. You should sign up. They give you 2 free, complimentary figuring out the machines classes, It was kind of almost a workout.
Right.
And we all did it. We were rolling through it, didn't feel intimidated. They broke everything down for us. And that would bring up, I feel like, memberships too for, people that maybe would feel a little intimidated to get in a membership in general.
Yeah.
But this dude keeps reaching for everything.
He loved the love.
Yeah, he just took a good nap and now
he's ready.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say my first time there, I was impressed of all of the stuff that they have to offer. I will say, like, when you walk in, and not that you feel like every single person's eyes on you every time you walk through the door, like, and so you're like, okay, I gotta make a decision.
Chest up.
Where am I gonna go?
Look hard.
What am I hitting today? Do I need to go to the turf? Do I need to go over here to the machines?
Do you feel like everybody's on the treadmills?
Yeah.
Loser. Loser.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, those
Nobody-
people are
and
never
they're-
even going to remember you.
Never. And they are probably, and I'm telling you right now, they're probably like, oh, do they think I'm walking weird?
Yeah.
Oh, do they think like,
Oh, that person just walked in the door like, oh, I got to do something.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that chick just came in. She probably thinks I'm an idiot, just
Yeah.
sitting here barely walking,
Right.
or do I look like an idiot on the
Or it's
treadmill?
like my form bad. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, she judging me.
Everybody,
Yeah.
I bet you everybody deep down, if you heard their thoughts, I forgot what movie that is with
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think,
No,
where-
no.
No, it's
Mel Gibson.
Mad Mel.
Yeah.
Mad Mel.
What women want.
What women want,
Yeah.
where he hears all the
That's it.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you everybody's thinking. Even those big dudes are like, man,
Yeah.
do they think I'm too small? You know,
Right.
yeah.
fucking,
I should
they
probably
think
put
my
another
arm's
plate
small.
on
Yeah,
here.
I should probably look. They probably think I'm weak. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that shit.
I mean, yeah,
I get it.
you're right. You're right.
They're worried. I bet you the guys, and I forgot who I talked to about this. I bet. Oh, it's my client Kathy, because she has a little intimidation going into the weight room too, but she's strong as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she's 62. I bet she can bench 135. She can squat over 135, like for
Yeah.
reps. Deadlifts like 250.
Oh, fuck
Yeah, she's a
Oh my
fucking
God.
beast.
Oh my god.
But she's still
Yeah.
intimidated to go into the weight room.
Right.
What?
And I was like, I bet Kathy, those guys, those big guys in there, are more self-conscious
Oh, 100%.
and more not insecure, but like more worried about what they're doing themselves than they
Yeah.
are looking at you.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Like
100%.
most of them are like,
Mhm.
oh fuck yeah. I mean, they're thinking they're more in their head than they are.
Oh, yeah.
Than you're in your head.
Mhm.
100%.
100%.
So keep that in mind too if you ever go to a gym. Those
Yeah.
big scary guys are probably more worried about themselves than
My
anything.
go-to, just go straight to the bathroom. And then you have time to like really
have time.
adjust.
Oh,
and then
God.
nobody's watching you when you come out of the bathroom.
I made it in. Just tripod and
Right.
just heavy breathing.
Just put your shit in a locker and just start thinking about your next move. Okay.
All right,
On
act
the way
like
in,
I'm-
I saw treadmills. I can stand on a treadmill for at least 10 minutes and figure out where my shit is.
Act like I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah. Tips
Yeah.
by Hallie.
There you go. Yeah, fit tips.
Yeah, fit tips.
That should be a whole skit thing, like a segment thing.
It
Fit
should.
tips.
Coming soon.
Yeah, bring it out. Well, I did have. I was thinking back. I did have some questions, and this is maybe something we should get consistent with. So, guys, if you're watching this far, ask us some questions on social media, so we can
Yeah.
dive into some topics, hot topics too.
Hot.
I want to spill the tea.
We've
I
had
want to. I
everything.
want to fuck some people's feelings
yeah,
up.
That's pissing people off.
That's my. I mean, I don't know. I just want this to be a platform that where we can spread our opinion and
Yeah.
hopefully find some other like-minded people out there to get behind and create a revolution. However you may take that. But anyways, a good friend of ours. Fuck it, I'll name him. I'll give him some shout-outs on here. Sledge Gibson, the
Man,
wrestler.
I haven't seen Sledge in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute for me too. His name's Nicholas Throckmorton, by the way. That's
Whoa,
his name's not
That is
Sledge.
a mouthful.
Nicholas. Nikolaith. But he's a
the smacketh.
yeah, he does. he give us the elbows. But he's a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
He travels a ton for it. Does like the amateur series, which he definitely puts on a show. He's
Dude,
probably
he looks like he has a great time out there doing it.
out of all the people, and I don't watch all of his events that he posts, but like those guys, those jabronis
Oh, yeah.
that he's
Dude,
wrestling,
bunch of
they ain't got it.
jokes.
They
Yeah.
ain't got it. They look
No.
like shit, which is
Dude.
okay. You need some people that look like shit and act like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of wrestling. You got those like the people you just beat
Mankind, yeah.
Yeah.
up.
I mean, the people that you have the winners and you got the losers.
Oh yeah, of
Right.
course.
And there's like that's wrestling.
yeah.
You gotta have a winner,
Sledge
gotta have
is
a
a
loser.
winner.
Sledge is a
He
winner.
carries the belt.
He's
Love
like
that.
he's like the Rock. You know, he's the winner.
Wow. You just compared him to The Rock.
Well, I was like, what black wrestler do I know? I guess The Rock. I don't really remember any other
That's all we
black
got.
wrestlers,
I don't think
which
he's
is
The Rock.
probably the highest compliment. I wish I was The Rock.
I don't
No
think The Rock
shit.
is black, is he?
Samoan.
He's Samoan, yeah.
But I think he uses the black card sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I think he pulls it.
I don't know what he does.
I don't know what he's either.
But
He's got some tan skin.
yeah. Anyways,
Malone.
I think Sledge he deserves to make it because he's been putting in some. He travels a fuck ton, like Delaware, Michigan, North Carolina.
I've been wanting to go see him wrestle in Richmond.
He comes a
sometime, but
lot.
I never.
I went to one of them. I
Really?
got a little house. Yeah, I drink a couple beers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they got beers and their shit, and everybody's yelling. from the stands.
Grab his
"Hey."
dick and twist it.
Yeah, you should do that. I bet he would. I bet he would too. He'd point it out and get the wind up.
Is his goal to be in WWE?
I don't know.
I would assume that.
I would assume it's just to be be able to do it for a living. Because
Yeah.
I think he might get. I would assume he gets compensated for what he does now. At least paying for his travel. But I think the goal. I think he just enjoys doing it. Obviously, if he's been doing it this long and travels that much, he enjoy doing it. Honestly, but then I think his main goal is to get a living out of it. But he does look the best. I think he puts on a great show. He gets the crowd fired up. You'll hear people yelling.
Yeah.
He'll go over and he'll run down the sideline and give him fives and shit. I think that's cool. I wish I was front row.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
If I do go Sledge, you got to get us front row.
Yeah, front row.
Please. I know it's probably nothing special. You just got to get there early.
Yeah.
But save us 2 seats that we can fold up
Shit, dude.
and bring them out. 3 seats, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got
always
to
leave me out.
we got to bring Hallie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be one of the ring girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay some money.
Yeah.
They probably don't make it.
No, they don't pay.
This is for
They don't
free.
pay. You get a couple
They
beers
just
free,
don't get that
a couple
ass up.
natural lights free.
Yeah.
But speaking of him, he did ask a question, and maybe you guys don't know anything about it, but I'll drop it and we can talk. So, what's the deal? Is the gym culture changing for good or for bad with the talks of Joey Swole taking down a lot of people and cameras? So, do you know anything about Joey Swole? You probably see him on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, how people are using cameras and inappropriately filming, or vice versa, trying to trap men that are kind of looking but kind of aren't.
Yeah.
And these chicks are overreacting.
Right.
If I remember correctly, what is our thoughts about, I guess, Joey Swole's movement, and more so, is it creating? I forgot the whole question, but mainly, is it a positive or negative thing? Obviously, it's positive, right?
For Joey Swole, it is.
Yeah.
Everyone, a lot of people are talking about it. So
Yeah,
that right there.
Yeah.
I think it's bringing to light a lot of things of like some of these chicks that think I'm sure they're very attractive young ladies, but like they're trapping some of these guys that are definitely, you can see, and he's breaking it down. He's like, yo, this dude just broke his eyes because you've got a fucking 6-foot tripod and a fucking mega camera in the middle of the gym. Yeah, I'm going to look, see what the fuck's going on.
Right.
People, I mean, I get it. Like, I see both sides. Like, I have people watching the gym. Like, if I see somebody doing some crazy shit or doing something on camera, I'm seeing what they're doing. Like, why are they filming? Are they doing something crazy, like some heavy ass weight? Or they, like, or is it just a fitness chick with the butt scrunch pants, and her butt looks great? Like, what am I looking at here? So I'll look, but like, I mean, it's just. But then a lot of the guys that if they look over and just see the butt scrunch ass and see the cameras, then maybe they're. I know some guys are creepier than others, and some guys aren't, and you're getting mixed. There's a lot of mixed shit in that bag there.
I'll give my quick thought, and I'd love to get the female's perspective.
Yeah. And it's actually funny because Jake and I have talked about this before. It fires me up when these girls bitch and complain about receiving looks from guys in the gym, especially the ones that have all this makeup on, fake eyelashes, they have the butt scrunch pants, whatever, and they're themselves are filming themselves for other people to see them. And even if they're not, like, whatever. If a guy glances at you, take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you think that I haven't looked at a guy's ass in a gym when he's doing stuff,
what the fuck?
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
crazy.
He must work
wild.
out.
It's just wild to me.
Buns
like,
on that guy.
you could like, and it's funny too because like we see these like memes and whatever and these videos on Instagram, and like you see like a girl walk up to work out in front of a guy where he's like sitting on a bench or whatever, and he like puts his whole shirt over his head because he's like, I'm not getting fucking called out on this shit.
No,
like it's hilarious, but if it's gonna get to that, like eventually they're gonna try and make it to where, you know what, you work at a women's gym and I'll work out at a men's gym, because nobody wants to get fucking sued, or nobody wants to be taken to court or have to pay a bunch of money because I glanced over at your ass. If a man comes up and tries to talk to you about something inappropriate or makes a comment about your ass or whatever, that is a completely different subject. But like, if a man's just looking, if you catch him in a glimpse in the, like I said, those people that when you walk into a gym and you think they're all looking at you and that they're judging you, they
Yeah.
probably have absolutely no idea that they even looked at you. Same exact thing. Like
100%.
they're probably never going to remember you again when you walk out of that gym. But
What? I don't know why it's that movie where the dude was like taking him for this
Spank bang.
the spank bank,
yeah.
taking him for home later.
Take it as a compliment. Hey, ladies.
But
I mean, that means
yeah,
you
it's
have
not
a
touching
good
you,
ass.
right?
Like,
yeah.
you're doing a great job.
And two things, I guess, main thing to pound off that is my thoughts was like these chicks are, you're going there. Most people, I don't feel like obviously I don't go fuck what I look like. I'm wearing some raggedy shit when I go to the gym, but most people, especially chicks, females, this is like fact, not whatever
Right.
me making it up,
Right.
are getting dolled up, are getting like
Yeah.
most of them are putting makeup on to go to the gym, not
Right.
just
they're
to go to
spending
work.
$90 on a workout outfit.
And
you
then
know?
leggings, it's got to be this. You got to have the butt scrunch. Or Jake, I've heard once say butthole crinkle. You can see the.
Yeah, you can see the butthole crinkle through their pants. So that far
He's the
back.
first person I ever heard that say
Yeah.
that. Now I say that. You got the butthole crinkle.
Butthole crinkle.
And, and you're setting up a tripod most of the time, or at least taking some videos or pictures
Yeah.
because you want people to notice it. You're going to post it to social media because you want to get the
Right.
likes, the notice.
Right.
But if people notice you in person, and they're a stranger.
Right.
But if it's different on Instagram, if that same guy that saw you at the corner of his eye in the gym, but randomly liked your picture on Instagram, I got extra like.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. I want some
Right.
likes. But
So
if
it's
you
like, what
saw
are
if you
you
saw it
doing
in
it
person
for?
though,
Right.
you're a fucking creep.
Right.
But you can like my picture on Instagram though.
Look
Hey
at that
boy, hey,
scratching at my dang ottoman.
going crazy. But getting back to, I forgot what I was going to mention. Pretty much, this is what I was going to say, is because I don't give a shit what I look like, but I think I'm different. I'm very simple. I'm a simpleton as fuck
Yeah.
for
simple
some
man.
things.
Yeah.
No.
I think maybe you are too a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But-
He definitely cares about how he looks more than you do.
Yes.
He shaves his head. He makes sure his beard looks good. He goes.
Dude, I got a wall of shoes in there that I used to be
Yeah.
big about shoes. I
Yeah.
tried to. I used to go all out. Now, like, of course,
Right.
I try to wear whatever hides the dad bod and
Yeah.
He ain't got
a pair of
that
black sneakers.
Which
I don't
to
care
each
what
their
they-
own. I mean,
well,
some
they're not
days,
Nikes.
some days I wish, I was like, man, I do wish I had some fits to throw on and whatnot. But it's like, at the end of the day, like that's not me. It doesn't make me feel
Yeah,
like
don't-
it wouldn't
yeah.
make me feel any better. I know deep down it would be like an out, like, oh, they think I look good. I don't
Right.
give a fuck.
Right.
I mean, unless if
Which
Sarah
everybody's
Sarah
different.
mentioned it a lot more, maybe I'd change it. But like,
Yeah.
that's the only person I'd probably care about. But I'm to the point where, like, for example, recently at a gym, I won't say which because it probably narrowed down a lot of people. I was working out, and I had some good little. I felt like I looked good that day, and I was doing an
Yeah.
upper body day too.
Oh.
And I know that he was looking at me from behind. Out of the closet, gay guy. Everybody knows he's gay. Cool guy. I'm cool with him as fuck.
Yeah.
Every time we say what's up, we're dapping it up. What's up?
Right.
But he walks up to me. First words are, "What's up, handsome?"
Yeah.
I don't take offense to that. I'm sure he was checking me out.
Yeah.
Check it out, bro.
Which is great. Yeah.
I actually was like,
It'd
fuck
be
yeah.
better than the opposite.
Well, of course, but at the same time, I was like, damn,
yeah.
I look fucking handsome.
Yeah.
Even though it's coming from the
But-
guy.
If it
But,
was
you know-
a girl getting called that, like, damn, like, hey, sexy,
But
or hey, beautiful, whatever. It
girl
may
or
be a little
guy,
bit
I mean,
different.
as long as,
I'm
it's,
saying if you were a girl.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess the girls, that's when it switches. It's not a double, it's not open and fair.
Right.
For me, maybe it's just the type of person too, because I don't care if a gay guy, I don't want him grabbing me and shit, but like, and it would be weird if I didn't know him too. And just
Yeah.
walk by, "What's up, handsome?" Oh, fuck. The fuck? But the guy, he's always busting my balls all the time, and I think he probably does like me, but it is what it
Yeah.
is. You would not get this.
Right.
You would not get this.
I feel like I just break it down to like the basics of like the psychology of it is like if you are when you look at yourself in the mirror before you go out, if you are making sure like you look good as shit before you go out to the gym and like you get your hair right and your makeup right and you put your fancy ass outfit on to go to the gym and work out, it's because you care about how you look. You care about how people think of you and how they see you. So if somebody is giving you a couple second glance, take it as a compliment.
Of
Say,
course.
I achieved what I came out to do.
And
Instead of being like, this pervert was staring at me. It's like,
Yeah.
you're doing squats right in front of his face. So
Yeah.
why would, if, you know, it's just like, it's a natural human reaction to look at anybody, same sex or opposite sex,
Yeah.
and admire something if it looks good. So I feel like people are just taking this way too far. If somebody's actually being a pervert and being sexually like harassing you or whatever, by all means, I truly support that. And like,
Yeah.
it's fucked up. Like, never take it that far. But like, if it comes down to a glimpse, like, let's take it as it is, girls, you know? And that's how I see it.
Hell yeah. Told him how it is.
Yeah. Sometimes you guys stand up for these men.
No, ladies, I was not looking at your butthole crinkle.
Yeah.
It was looking at me.
Put that bottle away.
Yeah, brown eye looking at me.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I don't know how long this one's been. We talked a lot.
Yeah.
Next time, definitely drop us in the comments below on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're on YouTube, by the way. If you're listening to this on Spotify, a lot of y'all do listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Check us out on YouTube. Watch it. And drop us a comment because we'll be able to see it on YouTube on what you'd like us to hit on or answer in the next episode. Also, follow us on social media. What is yours?
_ Jake Page.
What is yours, Hallie?
It's Hallie, but it's HALLIIIEE.
Oh, fuck. We'll tag
Hallie.
it. We'll tag it in the
Okay,
description. And hopefully you guys are following Jim Flo and myself at A Page Man. That's it for this one, guys.
Awesome.
What do you think? Wrap it up?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was good. No, we touched on a few things. It was good. Thanks for the questions, Sledge.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Would like some more questions.
I
so
did-
make sure.
I did get some other ones, but not that they weren't important, but we've talked enough.
Okay.
So maybe
Yeah.
we'll dive into them next time.
Write it down.
But guys, we appreciate it. Share the show if you thought this was funny or you got some entertainment out of it. Let some people know. That's how we spread this thing and hopefully get some more people in here, get some more awareness, and keep growing this thing.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week. We're out.
Bye.
Bye.